have to be ready for anything that's thrown their way. They need a foundation of proper training and a little real-world experience. Fortunately, for Georgia State's budding journalism students that have a passion for music, there's a new course offered that could help them move and shake their way into the industry with confidence.
Taught by visiting instructor and award-winning journalist Christopher Daniel, music journalism gives students a look at the industry firsthand.
So I learned that the entertainment industry is as crazy as I've heard. But I've also learned that, once you find your place in it, it becomes easier. I think I'm a lot more prepared to deal with tough situations that stem from working within music industries, and how much you have to be like the first person reporting on, the first person interviewing, the first person that's gotta know about this thing.
Exciting. One word to describe it is exciting. Day one, there were camera equipment and celebrities everywhere. I mean, exciting.
The 3-credit course hits the ground running, with guest lecturers from the start all the way to the end, featuring active music industry professionals, marketing gurus, artists, and so many other surprises.
Music journalism was really stood out because it's actually something that I have a passion for, like on my own.
We got to learn in class through speakers and also through lectures sort of how this form of journalism came to be and why it's so prominent now.
We had a little bit more room to experiment with topics and angles, and while keeping the music context central.
When I actually sat in this class on that first day, and they came in with the camera equipment, and TK Kravitz was there, and 300 Entertainment was there, it was like, oh, okay, see, this is what I've been searching for freshman, sophomore, and junior year.
Christopher Daniel's writing assignments and in-class brainstorming activities encourage students to explore their voice as a journalist and understand the importance of personal branding.
This class really re-inspired and reinvigorated me to write in a way that I hadn't before, even though I was taking other journalism courses.
A lot of writing, lots of writing. The book that we have for the class was very interesting and had a lot of important information that I still can use today.
I love the list of clips. Mine was 5 industry-tested tips to secure the bag in music journalism.
When we went over that Queen record was super interesting, and it was cool to see a process of analyzing a record, and it was interesting to think about the context that the record existed in.
I think that the writing, it wasn't more casual, but I think that there was more of an emphasis on human interest and making a connection and being able to relate it back to pop culture, which is not something that I've ever done in any of my other journalism classes.
Look my way, I can see your reflection. Heat from the floor, I can feel your intentions. Holy water, let me drink your perfection. Hey girl, do I know your name?
Okay, yeah, so I'm definitely a fan of Hero the Band now. I love me some Lil Yachty. I dig Mainland, but I really like and have added Hero the Band.
Mainland, I think their song and that video is really powerful. I added Mainland to my library because their videos just really do something to me.
Hero the Band, actually. They're the sort of metal band. I went and listened to most of their discography. I'm really excited about them.
Totes obsessed with Hero the Band. I love their music. It's just right up my alley. It's like this huge melting pot of a whole lot of everything, and I like that. I like the feels.
From music industry vet Tyrell Lewis to marketing maven Nick Love and the Faders' Kareem Latif, Industry professionals made frequent appearances to share their knowledge and advice throughout the semester.
The Fader's Kareem Latif, he just really emphasized on staying with the vision and pushing your dream forward and just to keep going no matter what the obstacles.
Atlanta's a networking place, and to like kind of navigate that can be difficult sometimes. So the networking advice was probably the best for me in whole.
I am always giving myself a hard time, like, gosh, I'm just out here winging it. Like, I literally know nothing of what I'm doing. And I've noticed that a lot of the speakers who came in, that was a similarity in their stories. Like, they're all out here, or were out here winging it, and it just panned out, you know?
Tyrell Lewis said, don't kill your dreams, execute them. And I really love that phrase because I think that it's what the class taught me. Don't let sort of the structure of how you're supposed to write deflate your inspiration and your passion to write.
I would have to say my favorite speaker was Nick Love. I like Nick Love. I like a lot of what he had to say. I love his acronym for his name.
The Women in Journalism panel invited all students to speak with established women journalists and public relations professionals in entertainment.
They're very about like being honest with yourself and being honest about what you want to write and what you want to do. And I thought that was a really important lesson that they had.
I actually most enjoyed the Women in Journalism panel, just because it was really nice to hear from folks, regardless of gender, that were working in the industry that we all have to go into. I thought they had a lot of insight.
It's nice to see women in areas as just boss women, business women. They're just like in such control of their fields and their positions. A great deal of them are entrepreneurs, and to just see that in this setting was just really inspiring to me.
But music journalism's most talked about guest visit was from rapper Lil Yachty, accompanied by his father Shannon McCullum and music journalists Maurice Garland and Brandon Peters.
I would have to say the guest that had the biggest impact on me, it was Lil Yachty, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was late that day, okay? And I looked up and Lil Yachty was sitting there, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And I already had Lil Yachty in my playlist, but I think I gained a deeper appreciation for him just because he came to the class and he just showed his humanism. It's like I understand him more.
When Lil Yachty came to our class, he was just he was pressing on like, don't be annoying, don't be too persistent, know your boundaries. I think that is very important in the field of journalism.
Dope.
Take advantage of this time we have right now.
Here you have the freedom to write and find your own voice.
They're normal people just like you. And yeah, you hear that all the time, but when you see it and experience it firsthand, it's like, whoa, okay, so yeah, you're here, I'm here, and we're all just trying to figure it out.
80% of success is showing up. Even if you don't feel like it that day, if you feel tired, if you feel sick, if you don't feel into it, just go. You never know what could happen when you get there and you show up.
Christopher Daniels' music journalism class is a product of the Department of Communication at Georgia State, and it is just getting started. What the future holds for past or prospective students is completely untold. One thing's for sure though, students should never leave their A game at the classroom door because there is no telling what surprise guests might drop in to say hello during semesters to come.
Listen, take the class. Take the class. Take the class.